storage.
We should do that if every time. Or no?
Use.
Doesn't really matter.
I think sitting next to the soundboard like that all the time will be fine.
Okay.
So is that gonna be down by the soundboard, or is that?
I would recommend it lives down by the soundboard, because you don't need it to control the lights up here, really.
This.
You just, because you will be working in conjunction with a sound person when you're running the board up here. There we go. There. Control element. Okay. Control element. Unison. Okay, they're off. Control element. Give it a second. Back. And
The table is way too.
go to your color picker. Where did your color picker go?
Are we not selected on the right ones anymore?
Well, you're selected on the right ones, but your color picker went away. How did that happen? Color. Yeah. Now, try it.
What?
about one?
No, the one got not selected. That's what.
Okay.
That's what. Was,
Okay, but that's good to know that it can do that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
That's like a
we
great
were at
way.
301
Three-
305.
Yep. Okay, now color pick.
there you go.
So cool.
Yeah.
Can I drag it around? Oh, I can.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Okay.
What's our blue?
Yeah, what-
Pantone
Okay.
541?
Do we know the mix?
Is that one?
So we're gonna do what's called a channel check now, just to get you a little more familiar with where the lights are on the stage.
Okay.
So, wanna click back over to live table?
Do you want me to turn those off or?
I want you, yes, and I want you to do it by hitting go to queue, out, enter.
Is that like the best way to
Yeah.
turn everything off?
Yeah, but look what happened to your red, your green, and your blue.
We reset back to.
They went back to their home positions,
Okay.
or defaults.
The home is white.
Yep. So now we've got your submaster holding the power on, that's good. We can go to 101, type this all in, at 50. Now, there's these wonderful things called soft keys.
Okay.
Do you remember the flip phone?
Yes.
And it had 3 buttons across there. It was usually like power, and then an unmarked button and an unmarked button. And then right at the bottom of the screen was a short word that would say what this button is doing right now. Like it'll lead you to
Oh,
contacts, and this one will lead you to texting.
So depending
And you
on
hit,
where
and you hit the texting one, and then the 2 labels change, and it's like back and something else. Those are soft keys. They're a key that does something different depending on what screen you're on. Unfortunately, they can't change them to print out on the keys there what they're doing. But they do show you here, 1, 2, nothing, 3 or 4, 5, nothing, more soft keys. If there's more soft keys available, that will light up. So we're going to do something called channel check, which is soft key 5. Now it says, reading out on your command line down here, you've got channel 101 at 50 check. This means we're going to set it to 50%, and it's going to go in check mode. I'll show you what that is in a second. All we have to do now is tell it to do it. So the last key is,
Enter.
there you go. And okay, lights off.
Oh, is it gonna go through?
That switches more.
Okay, it's the one farthest to the right, because we all read right to left here in America where we read image. Or that was the way they were addressed, so that's the way they got set up. Now if you hit next, it's in a group of 4.
Found it. So this is 102. 102.
102 at 50,
Okay. So we
keep
put-
tapping. And what do you think these lights are going to do, 1 through 13, as you hit next, or 101 through 113?
Well, presumably they're all light up at 50% intensity of white.
Yep. And just keep moving.
That's a cool.
You like the
light.
teacher's pattern in brown.
I counted to 3 before I volunteered my answer. Everybody in the
That's how
room
you-
had the same
Now watch your screen
opportunity.
for the next break when it jumps from 113 to the next.
151.
Okay, you got 151 and 152. These are two, I don't know if you saw them, ellipsoidals that are behind the curtain.
Yep.
So they're the only two spotlights
Behind.
behind the curtain on the first electric.
Quick question on those two ellipsoidals, can we throw a BOGO image onto the psych using those two light fixtures?
You can throw a gobo into any of those light fixtures. Oh my goodness. I gotta check to see if they had something installed or if it got thrown away when they unboxed them.
Well, we're already talking, the folks that are planning the set for Beauty and the Beast have already discovered, and I don't know how, they wanna use BOGOs to throw,
Castle
forest scene on the psych,
Mm-hmm.
and, a silhouette of a castle
Okay,
on the psych.
that's awesome. What's even more awesome,
They understand that people walking between the light and the psych
Will
will
cause a
cast
shadow.
a shadow.
Yeah.
That's all understood.
what's awesome about these LED fixtures, nobody's here from classroom education, right? None of you are classroom teachers?
Yes. Yeah, everybody is.
Oh, okay. Have you used the 8.5 by 11 transparencies
Oh, yeah.
that you can run through a copier
Copier,
onto
sure.
an overhead?
Sure.
Okay? Print up whatever image you want into the size of a gobo and put it in because there's not enough heat coming from LEDs to melt.
Oh my goodness.
So instead of having to buy custom-made steel
Oh, really?
to take the heat or dichroic
Really?
glass,
Yes.
now
Yeah, but throw it into what?
throw it into any of the ellipsoidal fixtures and you've made a gobo.
And
There's no sleeve we have to
physically
create.
Well, there is a
describe,
sleeve.
physically
There
describe
is
the
a-
process of throwing it into the fixture.
Find the gobo holder that came with the fixture.
Okay,
Slide
Who knows where that
the
is?
sandwich holder and then slide
it in.
the gobo into the opening of the circle and then insert that gobo holder into the slot.
Does Gobo stand
Yeah.
Go between. It goes between the lamp house
That makes sense.
and the lenses.
Okay.
And so
BOGO is buy one.
Yeah.
First get one, buy one.
Yeah,
I was letting it go, I just thought I'd use the correct.
And just as a general practice question, would you recommend that we use those stage left and stage right, second row ellipsoidals as our gobo fixtures to throw images onto the site, rather than using the fixtures that are in the front row?
Well, we had this discussion a little bit on the phone, but I come from the world of every show going on gets a little bit of a retouch on the lights. So it really depends on what show you're doing, what you want to do, which fixture you use to do what.
Right.
So
Michael,
And-
why wouldn't we
and-
wanna use the ones for the psych, the 13 in the back?
the
We
13
can't, we
you
can't put a gobo on those rectangular fixtures.
Oh, we can't,
The
okay.
difference
No.
between the fixtures is what we call hard edge and wash.
Mhm.
A wash you cannot get a hard edge on, but look at this,
Oops, sorry.
And we can't put a gobo on,
but
the
these,
only fixtures that we can't put
Okay,
gobos on
go
are the
back.
ellipsoidals, is that
There
right?
was, yeah,
Yes.
there was a really
And
big
so we
We can
rectangular.
only,
one that went
are-
only put the gobo on those
Okay.
15
There was a
fixtures.
rectangular
The
one that
13 in
went
the front and the one on either end of the
On
side.
either end,
So-
okay.
Oh, I have no idea where.
yeah, but you can kind of see the crisp edge. of
Yes,
this.
right.
You can see this has a nice crisp edge.
Right.
That's the hard edge or spot fixture, and in that you have the ability to focus like a projector, so you can do a gobo with focus.
Oh.
The wash fixtures, you aim them where you get them, and they just put out
Mhm.
a wash of light. So let's keep going until we get to 201.
Oh, 201.
That is a wash. Keep going across,
There you go. So you're not gonna get a hard edge on
No,
Yeah.
right,
and then
It's
when we get to the
muted.
ones on the back psych,
which we won't see, will we?
you might not be able to see them. But I talked to Bill Ebling, and he says there are. Yeah, you can see them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They just don't spread down as
Yes.
much as I'd like them to. So that's kind of letting you know how I laid out the fixtures.
Okay,
There is a flexi button. At least there should be. There it is. It's next to tab.
Yep, I see it.
Go ahead and tap that once.